I'm Matt Trust, and this is The Gate of Trust. I have to admit that before I read this book, I used to worry about everything. I'd even worry that I was worrying too much. But now, I'm like a new man, cool and relaxed, not worried about anything. I'm not even worried that I'm not worried about anything anymore. You see, this book is super logical and explains in simple logical terms, 1, what is trust, 2, how to get it, and 3, how to keep it. Now I have it, and I want you to have it too. So here goes. I'll try to keep this trust thing as simple as possible. The Gate of Trust has 7 chapters. We'll master each one, and then we'll go on to the next. Lesson 1. What is the definition of trust? Lesson 2. What qualities make someone trustworthy? Lesson 3. Since God has those trustworthy qualities times infinity, shouldn't I trust in God exclusively? Does that mean I can quit my day job? Lesson 4. When can I trust in God and when not? Lesson 5. The benefits of trusting in God versus not. Lesson 6. Not giving God the credit he deserves. And Lesson 7. Troubleshooting and improving trust. So these are the 7 lessons we're going to cover to master this trust thing. But first, a quick introduction. You're probably thinking to yourself, listen, Matt Trust, I don't need trust in order to stop worrying. Just give me all the money in the world and all the money that I and my family need for my whole lifetime and then some, and then I'll be relaxed too. Or, if I could just print money anytime I wanted to, I'd be living the good life, right? Here are 10 reasons why not. Let's say you could make fake money that looked real. That's right, you'd be a counterfeiter or an alchemist who could turn lead into gold. Sounds like a good life? What problems might you run into? Okay, let's say I'm a professional counterfeiter and also a professional worrier. Then most likely, 1, I'm worried about not having my special tools and materials to make my fool's gold when I needed them. 2, I'm worried about getting poisoned by the toxic chemicals used for counterfeiting. 3, I'm worried about sharing my secret, even with family or friends. I can't ask anyone for advice. 4, I'm worried about stockpiling just enough funny money to spend, but not too much that I'm going to get caught. 5, I'm worried constantly that I'm being hunted down by the FBI, the CIA, the NYPD, the IRS, the whole government, and Treasury are after me. My face is painted on every wanted poster as public enemy number 1. 6, I'm worried that my health is still at risk. Even if I have all the money in the world, I might not live long enough to enjoy the so-called success. 7, I'm worried about a famine or a pandemic or something else that my money can't protect me from. 8, I'm so worried about getting caught red-handed that I'm constantly living on the run. I'm a fugitive, unsettled, changing my hideouts all too often. 9, I'm worried that at the end of my life, what am I going to have to show for myself? I never earned any reward for the world to come. All that I've gained in this life is freedom from poverty and freedom from relying on other people. But at what cost? 10, I'm worried that it's just a matter of time before I get caught. And you know what the punishment they give to people like me, right? But if I trust in God instead, I won't be worried about any of these things. So maybe it's not such a good life to be able to make fake money, even though I thought it might be really cool being super rich like that. So printing my own money isn't the greatest idea, I get it. So tell me, Matt Trust, what are the benefits of trust anyway? Why should I care? I'll break it down for you. There are 10 benefits that having trust in God brings me, 5 spiritual and 5 material benefits. If I have proper trust, then 1, I live a tranquil, worry-free life. It's like this. Either I place my trust in God, or basically I'm trusting in something else. If I place my trust in something other than God, then I'm doomed to fail, since God then removes his divine providence from me and leaves me to the whims of nature, where it's the survival of the fittest. I'd much rather trust in God and live a worry-free life like a mensch than have to scratch and claw it out like an ape in the jungle, or even worse, a hamster on its wheel. I don't fool myself into thinking that I'm the cause of my successes or failures. I don't rely on my own wisdom, schemes, physical strength, efforts, nor wealth. Depending on these will ultimately get me nowhere. Rather, trusting in God is all that I need to succeed. 2, I don't have to try to impress people. I have to admit that one of the best parts about trusting in God and not in anyone else is that I don't have to try to curry favor anymore. I don't have to flatter my boss, dress the right way, say the right things, try to impress others. God is the only one that I rely on, so who do I need to impress except him? 3, I always have everything that I need. I have absolutely nothing to worry about in life, since God provides me with everything that I need, but not always everything that I want. I'm much better off than the professional counterfeiter that I mentioned earlier, who worries all the time about everything. 4, I feel rich no matter what. I'll use my money wisely. I'll live a richer Jewish life and give a lot more tzedakah with a happy heart. And if I'm ever short on cash, instead of getting upset, I'll say thank you, Hashem, that I don't have to stress over how best to spend my money. So when I'm rich, I can take care of more people. And when I'm not, I'm free somewhat from the load and responsibility of having lots of cash. I'll be much cooler and relaxed about life. I won't be so worried all the time about making more money, losing sleep about the ups and downs of the stock market, or getting robbed, God forbid. I'll sleep better at night, not worrying so much about my financial future. 5. The money will work for me and not me working for the money. I'll stay aloof from financial stress when I understand that money is just a deposit from God that He's entrusted with me, kind of like a fund manager, which means the money that I have in my pocket that God gives me is just on deposit. I've been instructed to use it in certain ways and for certain purposes and for a certain designated amount of time. If I trust, then when I'm rich, I won't become arrogant. I won't use my money for sinful things. I won't make one of my workers feel inferior or disgraced. I won't act like a big shot or seek honor due to my wealth. Instead, I'll always be mindful to be thankful to God who gave me all this wealth and for entrusting me to act as His faithful fund manager. If I were to lose all my money, I won't worry or get depressed either. Instead, I'll be just as happy-go-lucky as when I was rich. I'll thank God for taking away His deposit, just like I thanked Him when He gave it to me. Some more practical benefits of trust, bitachon, include 6. I live a stress-free life. I have peace of mind from all the worries of the world. And I have tranquility from a nagging spirit and pain due to not getting all of my heart's material desires. I feel peaceful and secure. 7. I don't need to travel so much, which can be very tiring, not to mention shorten my lifespan. Here's a good story. There was once a Jewish guy who wanted to run away from all the materialism of the world, so he traveled to a faraway land. There he met an idol worshiper, who he mocked for worshiping the stars. The idol worshiper asked the Jew, "Well, who do you serve?" The Jew answered, "I serve the Creator who sustains the world and provides food for everyone according to their needs." The idol worshiper said, "Your actions contradict your words. If your God can truly provide for you in your city, just as He provided for you up until now, why did you bother yourself to come to this faraway land?" The Jew recognized that the idol worshiper was right, and he quickly returned to his own land and never left his city again. Where was I? Oh, yes. I was telling the benefits of trusting. 8. Danger-free work. Trust frees me from having to choose difficult work or from doing physically tiring or dangerous things that I don't like to do just to earn a living. It also frees me from having to take work that's involved with politics or corruption. Instead, I do work that's relaxing, honorable, and leaves my heart free from worry. My career is more conducive to a Torah-observant lifestyle. How can I achieve all this? I strongly believe that the means of earning a living will not add to my money nor detract from it. Rather, my livelihood is only increased or decreased by the will of God. 9. Another benefit. Business doesn't stress me out. Even if, for example, my sales are tanking or my cash flow is tight or I'm suffering from some health-related issue. How is it possible for me not to freak out when such things happen? Because I believe that God can fix my problems even better than I can. 10. The final benefit of having trust is that I'm always happy, even if unforeseen events occur or I'm forced to do things that go against my nature. How can I always be happy? Because I completely trust that God is always doing what's best for me, even if I can't see it right now. When a caring mother washes, diapers, swaddles, and unswaddles her newborn baby, even against the baby's will, we all know that she's doing this for the baby's good, right? So too here. So that's enough for today's introduction. After we go through the next 7 lessons in trust, let me know if you're convinced and you start living a more relaxed, trusting life too.